welcome back after a long break, unfortunately, scheduling conflicts, to another night and wonderful, hopefully fun-filled session of Borderlands D&D. Last we left our potential vault hunters, we had been on a wonderful venture through the Arctic tundra of Pandora. After reaching the northern regions of the planet, running through a town on top of a spire, having a little bit of a night in, having a little bit of fun, getting a guide kidnapped by a sudden bully monk attack, rescuing of said guy, following up, being hunted across some lands, Schmeat making some terrible decisions to go off into a blizzard alone.
Wasn't terrible for me.
Debatable. And going into a whole small section of a Iridian ruin in an attempt to find a group that stole from Barry and his monastery. Getting there, however, you found out they left you a booby trap and had to fight your way out through a number of respawning enemies that did not like dying. After getting out, you had ran into a group of bandits that worked with the Frost Runners, the clan that had taken over the region recently. They delivered a message that the King of the Tundra the Tundra King would love to speak to you. After a little bit of debate, you all decided to go that way and meet them. Upon reaching the city and going in, you had a rather friendly chat with him in which you all agreed to a small alliance and help. After a little bit of talking about where you might be going after this, he made the suggestion that you talk to the one of the pirate crews in the area of Oasis in the Sunken Sea. Agreeing to at least take a divvy in to see if you could help them start to form more alliances and perhaps help yourself in the way. You all settled in for a night of enjoyment, some people cheating at poker, some people going out and drinking. Following into having a nice rest, we had the morning where everybody had a discussion of plans for the future. Excuse me. With everybody, most of the people being in the building, the only one that may be the exception, I think Tanya might have been out drinking where Clay was. And we ended it with at the end of a discussion about plans for the future. Should you all challenge Anshin? Should you run from Anshin? Should you gather allies? The whole path to the future still seems a little clouded and unclear of what to do. But plenty of time to decide going forward. However, as we pick up, there is an important note. Nessa, you walked in on a conversation that was being had between Bertram and Crystal, and they mentioned... between Barry and Crystal about Bertram and a message he sent. My bad. And hearing the recording and them talking, you heard a name that at least rings some bells of familiarity. I would love for you to roll a history check.
All right, and while she's rolling, Arik said never said go, so take two.
Shit, you're right.
Well, I'm going to take this pin, line it up between one of my ribs, and just...
Who's
Not allowed.
Really something died, Matt. The Devil Jar just dropped.
A history check?
Yes, a history check for me.
Who's all rolling it?
This is specifically Nessa.
Okay.
I'm curious where Schmeat is in the morning, though.
So
That's
is
a
Schmeat.
15.
A 15. With a 15 on this particular bit, you don't have a bunch of info for it. However, you do remember one day you got bored and wandering around the house. You got into your father's study for a little bit and found an open file on his desk, a little small projection that you could interact and scroll through off of an Echo Net. And you got a little bit of reading of Gehenna. You remember the name. It was a planet somewhere. And reading through, you saw a couple of business deals and saw some modifications or what looked like a Saurian that's slightly different before he showed up and shut off the echo device and ushered you out, saying that's probably something you shouldn't be messing with right now. That's a bigger topic for a different day. You can't remember too much of what you read, unfortunately. It's been a while.
Okie doke.
All right. I do have to ask, Tanya, I'm not entirely certain. I believe you were with Clay. Did you stay with Clay all night? I don't believe that was ever said.
No, probably won't. No. Once he found a woman or man, or both or neither, probably parting ways there.
Oh, I meant like just out at the bar in the area, or did you come back to the larger, taller building you were staying in?
Oh yeah, came back to there after drinking for a while. Tanya, not a big drinker, mostly just talking with Clay.
Not a big drinker. They didn't have your preferred brew readily available without consequences.
Tanya, not big alcohol person.
Oh yeah. But I believe we'll pick up there in the morning. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the plan you guys originally had was to leave today. But what would you guys like to do from here? I think there was talk of heading towards Oasis, since you had a lead on Dawkin, and then possibly stopping by Keepsake and Hancock on the way there.
It sounds good to me. Does Max say anything about the whole Ghana thing? I've already blanked.
No.
You ain't gonna share with the class?
Oh, that monster siren thing.
Is it important?
Yes, probably.
You don't know to prompt her on this.
Nah, Nessa's gonna leave that to herself.
Fair.
That's real.
They don't usually listen to me anyway.
So.
What do you mean?
Hey, Barry listens. What is necessary to Barry that Barry hasn't listened?
How would you guys like to proceed?
Off to Oasis, I guess.
Tanya's gonna be waiting in the van.
Yep, let's go.
Wait outside the truck. It's currently locked.
You picked the door.
However, Tanya also knows that trailer was a rockin', so it better not go a knockin'.
Oh yeah.
Just sit there and do some weapon maintenance, sharpen it, go over the swords.
Fair. All right. If everybody is heading back to the vehicle, a couple individuals, an individual probably leaves the trailer before most people get there, and coming out, just bundled up just recently, looking like they woke up not too long ago, is Clay. Go over at Tanya, morning, and just sips a cup of coffee.
I don't know where everyone else is.
Page him.
Whetstone over the blade a couple more times. They show up when they show up.
And if everybody's heading to the vehicle, that feels like a wonderful speak of the devil moment.
Waking up in the backseat of the vehicle.
Waking up in the backseat of a vehicle?
Yep.
Did you leave? Wait, hold on. You were given a room. Did you just leave the room to go sleep in the back of his truck?
He didn't say his vehicle. He just said a vehicle.
You know, I'm so hard to resist something. We're gonna resist though and move on from that.
Are you sure you want to?
Did somebody just
Yes.
kidnap Smeet?
We're never
Drive
gonna get
away?
a chance like this again.
I probably too many times, honestly.
But now you have a chance now. Why not take
I'm
it?
aware,
We could
but I
just
must
say
savor
the
it for
same
later.
thing
It'll be
next time.
sweeter then.
He's letting the Schmeat ferment.
Ew.
Exactly. You pull yourself out of the back of the vehicle and just pat away. Nobody really gives 2 looks back because, let's be real, you look like a tiny little psycho and nobody really bothers with what they do.
It's not
They
to
know better
interact.
than I know. It's like, I don't want to interact. They will headbutt my spleen.
Where even is your spleen?
They'll find it.
In your chest somewhere. If you're lucky still.
But soon enough, I could say if the group wants to converge on the truck and trailer, they can. And if you show up, whenever Schmeat shows up, Clay's gonna clear up, finish his coffee, and go, so Schmeat, I've kind of felt bad for not paying enough attention or being able to help with the whole raptor thing. The whole monster in the night thing. Scaly boy. So as a here, and he just holds out, and he poked around and got you one of these, and you've been missing it for a little bit, I noticed, and he will hand you a storage deck.
Thank you.
Gives a nod. So you all look ready.
Yep.
Where are we headed to?
Option smash.
Pirates and
Oasis.
Oasis.
Pirates and Oasis. Okay, okay.
We're
That's a
gonna
lovely
visit
fun
Dad.
drive. Do what?
You're supposed to go visit your dad for something or other.
Oh, we're swinging through Keepsake on the way back.
So,
I wouldn't mind.
I've forgotten Matt why exactly we're going to be passing through, but sure, yeah. It makes sense to pass through there. Say hi.
All right. Well, everybody get what they need.
Vending machine didn't have things I use.
Yeah, if you use those swords, I imagine not. Well, everybody should probably pile in then. Time to get on the road, I think.
Heading back for the trailer.
Back in the trailer? Alright.
I mean, I need
Good
to hide
question.
myself somewhat.
Who's
Right.
gonna be in the truck and who's gonna be in the trailer?
Trailer.
I mean, I guess I could be in the truck again.
That leaves Schmeat and Tanya.
I'll be in the truck.
Truck.
Usually in the trailer, more room to sprawl out.
Fair. So that means of the immediate ones, only Barry and Schmeat and Clay are aware. As he fires up the engine, you all start to pull forward and out at the front gate, and only you 3 get to see the cloud being stirred up as what looks like vehicles on the way in mass. A decent little ways into the horizon.
I call the others in the back.
As
They
you pull
get
out
to
and the
know.
frigid wind hits all of you punches all of you in the face, like that burning, that sinus and throat burning cold air that everybody loves.
As
Wind
compared to
stirring up,
hot and
it's
wet.
a fairly
Yes.
Yeah, a very clear day for once. Very sunny, bright, and lovely view of windshields glinting, dust and snow being ricocheted and shot into the air as this huge cloud forms behind them as they race this way. Crossed pulling out from like the rough area, starting into the like clear, just at the edge of like the cleared area that they seem to have like leveled out around this, so people can't sneak up.
I told the others in the back we're under attack soon.
Shit.
Not very good, is it?
Well, let's take a detour.
Alright.
Unless you want to fight them.
We did just make an alliance with them, but And else, what do you guys think? Opens call to other idiots in back of truck. Please say something.
Gonna get the thing of, hey, heads up, it looks like we have another bandit clan raiding in. Clay's gonna put over the line to just give everybody actual idea what's going on with the situation. Or bandit clan or Crimson Lance group coming in. I don't know too far off.
Can we help these people out that we just made an alliance with, or shall we, fuck off?
Yep.
How many?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I can probably
Run or ram?
They got defenses
Run.
here.
Ram.
Yes.
Ram.
They have the wall at least.
Ram.
We could stay here where it's fortified and just take shooting positions.
There is that's fair. Basically, this is your guys' option as he lays it out. Do you want to fight and help out the group here and try to sway the battle one way or the other, or do you wish to run and avoid this and keep yourself safe from the risk of an invading force?
I would like to run.
Do you think we can outrun them, Clay?
I think I could get us away well enough. Maybe some people will break off, but not the whole thing.
And we did just make an alliance with these guys as well. Might not take kindly to us turning tail and running immediately.
They're bandits. We got another job to do.
Can you specify that we had to help them if they were invaded?
That's a very good point.
Alright, sounds like run.
But if they're bandits, I can get some more buzz axes.
Also, if they're just bandits, well, I mean, bandits.
You could steal another car.
We can steal another car. We have a backup. I'm so far seeing only benefits.
Matt, you saw
All right.
how questions went. You gave us options you should not have.
Never
I'm
mind.
arguing.
giving you options. I'm not saying one way or the other. You are free to fight or flight. That is your choice. I'm just asking that you make a choice.
I'm a flight kind of gal.
We're still talking about.
Right.
She's a flight. She's both flight.
A flight.
I want to make bone totem.
I could go for breakfast as well.
Breakfast is coming this way.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
I mean, if we want to fight, Nessa, you could just go further into town. Get up on a sniper ledge somewhere, or just behind walls and safety.
Last time I did that, a building fell on me.
Well, wait. Clay, do they have a giant bully mag?
I
We're
don't
kind of
know
a
what they
giant
have.
monkey.
It doesn't look like they have a giant bully mong. They probably can't throw a building at you.
We are running out of
Probably is
time,
not a very good
admittedly.
statistic.
Sitting there calmly
folks.
talking about your stuff. Meanwhile,
Yeah, that's right. He's
Yeah.
sitting here like fingering. He's like, guys, we're running out of time. I'm gonna need a decision real quick.
It's the most the party is on fight, so.
window is closing.
All right, the fight it is.
I'm always outnumbered.
He's gonna put it in reverse and just start backing up rapidly towards the gate, slamming on the horn. He's not even gonna turn around.
Hey, Crystal keeps it safe, alright? Right?
Yeah.
Alright, as you back into it and things are starting to sound off and get busy in there, we are going to go into a bit of a mini game for this. Instead of the standard, like a whole drawn out combat does not seem like it would work out well in this situation. So instead, as this group is coming in to attack, a multitude of vehicles that are all ramshackled, some are heavily armored up, some buzzards up in the air flying at or taking off of the back of some of the like larger technicals now. As they close the distance, everybody can do something to try and sway the odds of the battle in your favor. What that action is up to you. Effectively, this will be a skill challenge, and the results will add a bonus to the roll as the sides start to conflict.
I suppose I see any nice.
As some hodgepodge, some rather nice turrets start to get popped up off the wall, the sides of the walls that are finished of the remodeling. The ramshackled ones, however, are still notoriously below it. People start to get lined up, get ready, vehicles are getting fired up. A lot of them are running around. You see shortly after the Tundra King sprinting out towards a vehicle of his, frost starting to gather and burn and trail of misty dust off of his shoulders as it crawls down his cheek.
Alright, I don't suppose there's any nice fucking rocket launchers I can see just people using, mounted or not.
I mean, you have yours. There's a large variety of weapons being brandished of most kinds.
I know, but I mean, like, do you know how well, some of the bandit technicals had the explosives and everything, right? The rockets. I was wondering if there's any turrets or anything that firing those that might be not the best or something that might be able to. They're just bandits, right? They're just fucking bandits. They might not be used very well. Yes, they might not be using them very well.
Like I said, there's a number of vehicles with like a variety. Most of the weapons are available. There's some turrets both mounted and automated on the walls.
Was that a yes or a no, Matt?
Yeah, yes, that's what I said. There's a number of them, including that on a lot of the technicals. There's a number of both automatic and mounted turrets and like the such on the walls as they're getting ready for the defenders.
All right. So, it's a skill check, right?
Yes, this whole thing is going to be skill checks.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Where are we in the timeline?
For you?
Yes.
This is going into the later half of the morning that you woke up and were following, so you're probably like an hour and a half.
So we know that
maybe
they're
like an hour
headed that
behind.
way.
Yeah.
I have that info.
You've already called it into the lances too, yes.
Yes, I know. But I wanted to make sure I had the info already and we were in the timeline. Because with the info shit that I got from last thing, there's other things I have to take care of this time around. So I only have one number to contact the entire party. Of which I need to contact said party saying if you're at the Frost Runner's place, you have incoming, and then the Lance is going to sweep up afterward.
As you guys back in rapidly to the base, I'll say that's what it's coming through.
That's fine.
Hey,
If that changes actions.
Hey, you lot. Apparently they could. Got word. These guys are coming in to go and soften us up, and the Lance are coming in afterwards to go and finish us off. Hello. I just kind of yelled us both on the comms and out loud places. I fucking know. The bandits hear me.
I've given the people here a chance to respond first.
Well, I know, but I was making sure I actually did say this, you know.
Yeah,
we're not just
give him a second to answer.
Party consent.
Do we have time to leave still?
No.
I mean, it's like one group of Crimson Lambs.
If it was just bandits, that's one thing. But I don't want to deal with the Lance. Okay, yes, we're right, Nessa. Probably shouldn't have done.
But we're here.
Just the lands. We have an army of bandits and we can take them. Hell, I almost took
This
the
is
fucking
what
group that he had with
I
him
mean,
the
when
time.
nobody listens to me.
The Lance have a dude that's as fast as I am. I can run through walls. I don't want to fight. I don't want to deal with them.
Well, if you don't deal with them, there's just gonna be more and more of them every time. Might as well go and pick them off now.
Do you think?
Also, wouldn't you like to go and help her from out? You're saying about...
Hey,
It's...
Bandit King over there said he wanted more bandits to conquer areas, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any chance if we could just take
Take
that
over these
bandit.
guys?
Yeah. Make them turn around and advance the other way towards the lands.
I want to reiterate the situation. This is
Seems
a war
unlikely.
party storming in with guns firing.
If we go and break their leader publicly, can we turn them against them?
Is there any vehicle that absolutely looks like it's the leading? Like their leader is in that vehicle?
Yeah.
We're in the back of
Yeah,
a
we-
van. We can't see that shit.
I know.
Yeah.
We might have binoculars.
So are you guys trying to
You need a
bail again, or are
periscope.
you guys trying to fight again? Since that was apparently a very
Depending.
important
No,
question.
fight.
Hey, it depends, okay?
Yeah.
Immediately, can we see like a leader? We can fucking kill the leader and take over these fuckers, and
No,
use them
like I
against
said,
the land.
they are in vehicles coming into the storm. You guys were just getting sight of them, and then you guys chose to fight and backed in immediately.
Yeah, I'm
Those
sorry.
team was
we
ready
got
as
you
they
with the
closed
break
break.
now.
immediately.
Very solidly on the bail side right now.
Take these fuckers over. Yeah.
Fight.
Fight. Just a bunch of fucking
I feel like the
bandits,
time
and
for
then
conversation might have ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of has. We're running out of time as things start to just fire and impact on the walls. As people start to shout, turrets start to fire. The doors start to open up as a number of bandit technicals from here start to pour out, just immediately opening fire. A couple of them blow up right outside the gates. What are you guys doing?
This
Sounds
was
like
a
going out
mistake.
there would be death sentence, possibly, but I mean. Can I grab some extra rockets from any of these idiots and just claim them in my name?
They got any guns on top of the wall?
Yes.
That's
I'm
what I
doing
asked.
that.
Yeah.
Go into the guns on top of the wall. All right, that'll be a thing for you. Don't have exactly a good. All weapon handling checks are basically just attack rolls at this point.
Stay safe, Nessa.
So we'll
You
let
said
you
we-
pick a ranged weapon attack to decide how effective you'll be for this challenge. As Schmeat just fucking bails out of, like, throws the door open and just starts sprinting towards one of the nearby, like, staircases up the walls or ladders up the walls.
He was getting impatient.
You said we saw the Frost King go by, right? We're getting ready.
Yeah, you saw them, like, run past you and back into one of the buildings out of your guys' sight, trailing frost as ice started to build up on their jacket.
I want to go visit him.
Okay, +2. is-
All right.
Am I adding my dex to it too, right?
Yeah, it's a ranged weapon attack.
Okay, 21.
21, all right. That is successful. I would say that's overall a success as you start to open fire and take pot shots at select targets. As you watch the collision of vehicles that are pouring out of here and buzzards that are flying up and just between the gaps between the wall and the ceiling here and going into aerial combat with the fellow ones, explosions rocking, bullets flying, body pieces getting tossed. You get up on top of the wall as one of the individuals in the turret just gets shot by a random, like a stray bullet, and the thing starts to sway and churn. You just grab them, throw them out, and hop in.
It'll be fine.
Tanya, you said you were looking for the Bandit King. I'm going to say in this fucking chaos,
Do you see a
make
crown?
a
Little flag?
investigation or perception.
I was just gonna bail out and go towards that building he went towards. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Perception.
Oh, Tanya.
I didn't say anything about where I'm going. I just said stay safe, Nessa, and jumped out of the back.
Yeah, I decided to follow you.
You make his flesh grow back.
Actually, pretty much that was my thoughts, yes.
Miss Weaver sitting here and loading my sheet. There we go.
All right. Oh, okay.
21.
21, successfully finding him after a few moments. He seems to be in the middle of a square right now, walking down, just screaming at people to get him motivated, getting like, hey, get that up, you over there, fuck this shit up. And you watch as he grabs he's second in command and says, you, well, you know what to do. Find him, fuck him up. And just slaps him on the back. And they just kind of nod. He watches they jump on like a single person snowmobile and just ricochet, ramp off and start weaving between everything towards the door.
Give her a wave on the way through.
Oh, good, you're still here. That'll be useful.
Hey, after these idiots are done through, the Crimson Lance is coming in afterwards. We're using these guys to soften us up.
You know what? Fuck this shit. This is getting a tiresome day already.
Think we can think we can break them and make them our own?
There we have my thoughts.
It's gonna take a lot of bodies.
Oh, we can make a lot of bodies.
I mean, do we really care about any of these idiots that won't break?
No.
I mean, we kill half of them, I mean, there's still the other half for us. We gotta use those fuckers against the fucking Lance.
Yeah, if we have enough time and organization for shit, probably. Let's do it. Let's try it, I guess, if you want.
You got what?
Is that part of what?
What? Do you have comms?
Yeah, we got comms, at least general things, and we got fucking speakers. What's your idea?
Tell everyone to focus fire on individual things, including whatever's at the front of whatever formation they have. Go from there, maybe make a vehicle spin out into other ones. Just focus fire, kill as many as quickly as you can possible. And if, she's already gone on the snowmobile, right?
Yeah, she just, the one lady, his second hand just took off.
What was her name?
Might not have one.
Shit.
Second in command.
Yeah.
Where did I write that? Damn it, I just wrote that down.
Thought I had it listed on here, but...
Find the leaders, kill them.
I don't know why. I feel like I just remember he's literally never asked her name.
For sure we have.
I thought she gave it at one point. I don't know.
I don't think she did. I think she just said she worked for him.
Yeah. And your second in command there can go and find and break and kill their leader and take over everyone else, whatever's left there.
Oh, that's her job already. Find them, fuck them up.
Oh, this should make your job easier.
All right, and he'll jump on it and like here and just try to like reiterate and list off the orders. And he's going down and like, well, we'll see what the fuck happens. Orders aren't our best one. Make a what to make? I'd say the investigation was Tanya's for this one to find him and get the information relayed, and a strategy plan in place.
Can I slap something onto his whatever he's walkie-talkieing in?
Fucking sure. Just as he's saying something, you just grab his echo as he's speaking and pull him close to say something.
If I see any of you desert, I will find you and drink your bones.
Make an intimidation check for me. You're speaking their language.
It's okay. Intimidation is my highest stat.
Oh, God.
21 is tonight's number.
21, alright. You don't see people, but you just get the look of, like, odd, like, the flicker of, like, the spark of fear, and, like, more of just, like, fuck yeah, from the Ice King. From the Tundra King, not the Ice King. Damn it, I just watched Adventure Time and now that's stuck in my head.
Are you saying there's a prison here that only has like one bar?
Maybe. That leaves Barry, Crystal, and Nessa for what you want to do.
Alright. commandeer some stupid fuckers rockets and use them to try and make a pile ups of their idiot. Try to make pile ups of the
Alright, you're gonna try to steal some launcher ammo and use it at the top and try to add, basically do the same thing Schmied's doing, adding destruction and pile up.
Yeah.
Alright, since it's a repeat of the same skill in a skill challenge, the DC does go up as usual. But
Would that be? But I mean, I'm using explosives though.
His damage type is different. It matters.
You're taking the same type of action as Schmied. So it is the same stuff.
Wait, can I actually go and can I use an insight to go and add to that? To go and try and find any leading cars amongst them? Go and steal binocular for somebody and try and do this?
I think you're assuming
If
way
you'd rather
too
spend
much
your
order.
turn trying to find a leader instead of do the damage stuff, I would love that. You could try to find the leader and direct people towards it.
Alright.
That'd probably be a perception, though.
Are you sure it wouldn't be an insight?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
What am I sure?
The fuck?
But insights for, like, reading the mood of the room, how people are feeling about you.
No, I dropped my dice and it went over and then fucking nat 20, bitch.
Okay. So you see,
fucking
coming
juggle.
into this is a large group of vehicles, and in one is a extra large vehicle with like double sets of like double wide tires on each side, heavily armored through and through. Probably stands like a little like a good half car height above the rest of them. Rough metal platings on the front. The front of it is like a grill that looks like it has pieces that are like running in and out. You realize are basically a set of jackhammers on like constant rotation of constant like on and rotating to full rise, and that just ran through a vehicle and ripped it apart as it is heading towards the wall. You have found what is probably the boss's vehicle.
I point that out to fuckers and tell them to aim on that one specifically.
All right, that is
You get
your action down as you direct people towards the. It's probably the boss.
Relay this information to, other people, Thunder King, people of importance who can get this. Yeah, we're good.
That leaves Crystal and Nessa for this round.
Can I grease their tires?
Maybe a bit far away.
How far away are they?
Oh, you know.
It's a mix and mashup of the surrounding area out in front of the town right now. They haven't hit the walls here yet.
So no.
You'd have to go out into the mix probably to grease them. Unless you have some weird contraption.
You're within greasing range, you're within
Excuse you.
shooting range.
So can I?
You could. There are launchers on the wall. Like, I think you played Borderlands 2 enough with me. Like, the ones that have the barrels on the back that just lob explosive barrels.
Yeah.
There are some of those up top.
Would they explode or are they full of oil?
Well, most of them are usually full of explosive material, but you could get a barrel full of oil and attempt to mess with something.
I would like to get a barrel full of oil. And I would like to aim it at the boss's truck. I want to make him crash.
You have to hamper the boss's movement and possibly make it harder for them to drive and maybe crash. Understood.
Hopefully crash. Fingers crossed.
I'm trying to decide what that would be, but because it kind of falls into the same issue of before if it's another fire off, but it's also not for damage, it's for impeding the progress effectively
I
here.
think it should be intelligence because I'm so smart.
It's my highest stat. Make it that.
Could have the boss do a DC.
Could have the boss do a DC. Hold on, I'm looking at the skill list. It's a
Drive check
Wonder how
V.
well, really?
Spell save?
Wonder-
Question mark.
Wonder if realistically in like snow tires
I might
would
do that
do
one.
oil slick surfaces?
Depends on what kind of snow tires. Normal snow tires, probably not great. Snow tires that just have fucking metal spikes driven through them, possibly could ignore it. We'll find out. You know what? I'll take that as a suggestion. Driving check versus your spell save DC. What is your DC?
16.
16.
I like
All right,
my
is he
odds of
spread-
rolling better than this.
Do you have a suggested skill on your thing you would like to use besides just intelligence?
Arcana? Maybe?
Did you just say Arcana?
Oh yeah, it's just doing magic things, right?
No!
No?
Animal
There is no
handling.
magic in this setting!
You
Tossing.
changed my Arcana
big
to
barrel.
tech.
It is, you do
Religion.
have tech skill.
Tech skill, which is equivalent to oil spell, or whatever is spell, right?
History check.
I could see a tech check argued for a targeted area on it to try and influence the vehicle.
It is a part of my spells, which is part of my tech doodad thing.
I will accept a tech check for this one.
Okay, because my AC is not very high, and I feel like the boss has a good
16's
loading
pretty
thing.
good.
16's the maximum for this level.
Yeah, but my tech check is a +8. So that's a 24.
All right, I'm going to say as you get a barrel, and Crystal, you're gonna watch this. Nessa like struggles and like lugs a barrel up one of these ladders slowly with Tex's help, probably. And you watch as they get up and get in a brief argument. What do you say to the person who's in the launcher seat, real quick, as you get up top?
I need this, and then she's just going to push him.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. That's a funny image for this. As you just go, I need this, and push them, and they try to get up, and Tex just stomps onto the other side and growls at them, and they just like, you know what? That's fine. You take it. And you just lug it in and start to rotate and fire. And I'm going to say he doesn't crash as this smashes into a bit of the windshield on the side tire, but it does cause them to spin out. Meaning this turn of skill checks will slow him down and they will not reach the wall at the end of this one like they were going to.
Is it easier for everyone shooting at him as well?
It's still a giant fuck-off armored vehicle
Yeah.
that wasn't really evading rounds before.
That.
It was more of just driving through people in the way.
Arik, I have a field tech recommendation for you.
Yeah.
Religion check, make him see God.
That's for
Noted
later.
next round. That leaves Crystal. What do you want to do?
Well, there's not a whole lot. More like everything I had planned has been covered by other people. So,
I will
Big
say
truck?
there's a very flammable thing on his windshield.
interesting.
I like this plan.
How far away is he? Actually?
In the like 300 to 400 foot range out at least.
Cool. Fuck.
300 to 400 foot range.
Vehicles on a large open field, ranges get bigger.
Yep. Second question, how big is that boss vehicle?
Very. It's like I said, like, height-wise alone, it's probably like a full technical and a half higher. It's like too wide. It's got double wide tires on double set tires on both sides, front and back. Heavy plates of like roughly tack welded on armor. The jackhammer bits in the front just annihilating things as you watch it spin out and clip through one of its own car and just fucking pulverize it and explode it in directions.
I want it.
You will never be able to afford the gas in it. You have a magic Infinigas trailer thing. That's all you got.
I kind of wanted to ask the bandit how he had enough gas to travel here too.
I want it. You said there's buzzards flying around. Can I just like shoot down some of the buzzards, hopefully creating obstacles to get in the way?
Or at least
Blowing up
Buzzards
some
on our
speed.
side.
There's buzzards on both sides.
Yeah, the buzzards on the other side as well.
they brought mobile launch platforms, which is impressive.
Hopefully,
But
someone
man, you
crash
pissed them
and,
off.
I don't know, crush their pads.
I think you mean mobile launch platforms.
Or if
No,
they
that
have
is
explosive
just
barrels
straight
on
up
their
the same
side.
thing as Schmeat. So same thing I was warning Barry about earlier, because this is going to be a repeat skill of like what Schmeat's doing. That will make the DC a bit higher, but you can do so.
Alternatively, is like aiming for something very specific on their side the same thing? Because it's like-
Shoot
Depends on
enemy
what you're
question,
trying
yes.
to do.
Well, if they have explosive barrel launchers, and I shot at their explosive barrels that are still on their cars, I could just blow some of them up.
I would say it's probably in the same lane there.
Still on the same line. Fair enough.
Targeted is usually disadvantage.
Targeted is usually just
It wouldn't be disadvantage for this particular one. These are actions taken, not combat rules.
What do I need to be rolling?
That is, you're allowed to suggest a skill.
History.
Okay, let's suggest perception, because I'm looking for
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Sorry. What would you like to look
Persuade
for?
them to just fall out the sky. I'm just
What
gonna
would you
pull
like
out my
to
hand.
perception to look for what?
To look for weak links, weaknesses, bulletproof glass, cracked glass, buzzards that aren't, surrounded by people.
Enemy soft spots.
Yeah, essentially weaknesses.
I will let you do it, but it does fall into Barry's whole looking a little bit off of Barry's, I guess. It is a double perception. Go for it.
Okay.
Also, y'all act like the DC's gonna raise by a crazy amount.
I have a 13.
You know what? The DC
Has in fact raised by a
Has been raised by an
has
amount.
been raised enough that is a failure.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to keep track of things because it keeps being explosions. You're doing okay, and then suddenly a stray rocket hits the wall next to you and just sends you stumbling to the side, and the tetanus, not a tetanus, the
Tinnitus.
after rinking and the explosion has you flinching and trying to stumble and get your bearings again for a second. Failed skill check. I'm going to say this is a big vehicle explosion, you're going to take 8 points of damage to your health as it overwhelms your shield.
Overwhelmed.
And then for this next round of skill checks, your shield will be back in place. That's just because you got caught up in a whole launcher vehicle explosion. That's what we're gonna go with. So, since the battle is going, and for out of all of one failure versus four successes is overall a success, I will add a +2 to the roll to see how they are doing versus the other side. Let us see how well they defend.
natural 3.
Not doing that. I have a
Nothing
different
else
roll
is
thing I'm
roll.
using. That is a very good success. You hit it just into a complete success. With your guys' total of +2.
Yay.
Meaning there are no major losses this round of this.
Yay!
As the battle ensues and continues on for the next 10-15 minutes. Guns firing, people being spotted and putting out important areas, oil slick being shot and fucking with somebody. It took a minute to get an oil barrel and get up there and fire it.
Did anyone ignite it?
Not
No.
As the defense is going very well for you guys, the resound's starting to pop back up. what was it? Morale started to pop back up ever so slightly. What would you guys like to do for round 2 as you've kept it in the field and away from the walls?
Hey, we have morale.
Yes, you
Hey,
do.
do you have any more of those bikes? Or just something
Yeah, I
fast
can get you a
can take?
bike. You, get the fuck off as he points at somebody. Hand it over.
But
And you
this
watch
is
as
my
one person
personal
was
bike.
getting on a snowmobile, and they're like, what? And then there's like, get the fuck off. Like, you know, I get the fuck off, and throw themselves off, and like, here you go.
But this is my personal bike. I bring it from home.
She doesn't care. She's like, you know what? When the Tundra King says do something, you do it. I like not being frostbitten. What are you trying to do?
I want to go out. I'm gonna go join his lieutenant there.
All right, attempting an assault. So I'm gonna say this round is getting on into the vehicle.
I figured it'd take like getting on the vehicle and it'd take another round or two to get there.
Getting out there and getting on and into the vehicle will be this round. Next round, you can start the hunt.
I think we need another statue. And I want breakfast.
Well,
Very
eat well,
noticed.
and gives you a slap on the back as you speed off. What check would you like to suggest for getting out to, onto, and into the vehicle?
You have a vehicle handling
What?
stat.
I was gonna say vehicle.
Does-
Vehicle's probably the one.
There's that. I was just asking for if there was a different one, because getting onto and into the vehicle could be a different interaction than just getting to it.
I don't know.
However,
Survival for dodging shit.
survival to survive.
Not get lost. That's
Dodging fire and shit would probably be Trevor's handling. I just didn't know what crazy shit you'd pull out there to get on. Vehicle handling.
Do. Ah, fuck.
That didn't sound good.
Yeah, I don't have what my vehicle handling is written down.
It's usually wisdom or dex.
Okay, that makes that wonderful then.
I don't know if you have proficiency or not.
We never transitioned whatever the fuck my herbalism kit was supposed to be.
I thought we transitioned that into your basic cosmetics kit. We must have forgotten.
I don't know. Either
If
way,
you want to
it's a
trade it out
17.
for vehicle handling, I will absolutely allow that swap.
Probably because cosmetics just been some random shit on the side for flavor.
Yeah, I know. Fair. If you want to swap it out and just put it in for that, fair. I forgot we hadn't resolved that.
Yeah. All right, then that 17 goes up to 20 with proficiency there.
All right. Success on that part. As you start to weave, bob, duck, you one point his ramp off of a like upside down car that upside down technical that's smoking. You just crash and sparks fly as you ramp up off of it to get air as the large vehicle is still kind of spinning out from the oil slick and it's starting to finally get its bearing again and head towards the wall. And you leap. Are you? Shall we say? Are you aiming to land this vehicle on top of the other one, or just ram it through like one of the windows and use that to carry you into the vehicle?
The second one is more the aim. I'm just trying to get to the lead vehicle.
That's the one I'm saying. You're aiming. Like you're at the lead vehicle because you bob and weave. Are you just gonna like? I'm giving options. Like, do you want to jump on top and like try to crawl through, or just drive it through a fucking window as you like let it fly ahead of you as you let go and carry momentum behind it?
Well, you said me getting there would be the next round, so probably depends
No.
what everyone else does.
I said this round you're getting into the vehicle. Is getting to and into the vehicle.
Oh, see, I thought you meant me like getting on the bike, not getting into their vehicle.
No, that's just giving you a bike is he can order that off. Like I said, this round is you
Okay.
getting to and into the vehicle.
Is the other chick already there?
Hard to tell from this angle. You're just getting there in the midst of chaos as fucking explosions erupt on one side, laser fire arcs across.
Yeah, fuck it, crash and go through it.
As you ramp up and about midway down the back of this longer, heftier vehicle, you just like let go and let it carry on ahead of you, and it smashes through a window, and you just land rolling behind it. As you look up, it's just and it takes out two people that were loading stuff in the back. As you land in a room with like a couple enemies. And they kind of have a what the fuck moment. That said, you're there now. Next group, next person on the list.
I just want to give them a smile that says things are not okay.
I think the Crash Snowmobile equivalent sent that message, but it's now more sent.
And put on my hat.
Oh, good. Next group, next person. Who would like to go next?
Idea.
I should rain down bullets again.
All right. Make a ranged weapon attack.
Hey. 2 is going to be an 18.
That is enough. As you continue to open fire and cause more mayhem, knocking over a vehicle here, taking out a buzzard there, that has like shooting an exposed gas tank there. As you just probably, I don't know, I picture you just cackling as you fire this, but correct me if I'm wrong.
He
It's
can
just
barely
this tiny
see,
person's,
he's just
like-
swinging this thing around.
You like standing on the seat instead of sitting.
Mm-hmm. Hopping up and down with it too.
It's like one of those that's like it's like the full circle setup that they have in some of the turrets, and just the the quad barrels just.
Anybody ever seen Gremlins?
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of laugh.
Schmeat shooting an anti-air weapon at the ground.
Basically, yeah.
Is he
All
aiming at the big boss though?
Anything that's
He
moving that doesn't look like our people.
I
Yeah.
did say to tell him about the big boss though.
He did, but he chose to just go for the random stuff here,
All right.
which does its own in helping. Next one.
Da.
Can I make a Molotov?
Can you make a what?
A Molotov.
Isn't the enemy boss on highly flammable from the thing?
Yes, you could make a Molotov, but a Molotov would be hard to use from here.
Just
Even
eat it.
if I
400 feet.
slingshot it?
Fire barrel.
Explodey barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
barrels.
you could try to find one of the. You could also find a flame barrel for this launcher if you wanted to.
I'm going to roll another barrel of oil, and I'm just going to catch this one on fire.
I'm gonna put this one as a different check from last time, since this is less of a calculated to mess up mechanics and more of just a fuck that shit and burn it on fire. Do you want to roll investigation to find the barrel, or honestly it might be an aiming to hit it? A ranged weapon attack to hit it.
And aiming to hit it?
A ranged weapon to hit it, or maybe an investigation to represent finding the barrel this turn?
Wait. Can Barry help with this?
This is a skill challenge. Each person kind of has to contribute something independently.
Yeah. No. I got a skill I could help with this.
Yeah?
All right. So she's planning on essentially making a Molotov out of a barrel, right? All right.
Yeah.
Well, how about I go and use my what? I'm
Explosive kit?
Explosive and or something, right? Demolition kit. And yeah, add some grenades, just shit, and make it go big boom when it hits.
Okay.
Basically, I make the
I
thing
get
she's
the
about to throw and she
concept.
throws
I
it.
get the concept. I was just thinking about it. Okay, go for it.
So would I use my attack bonus for my ranged weapon?
Yes.
Okay, and I would like to do that.
Okay. First roll, the demolitions kit check has to be rolled.
All right, and I get to add a D6 to my demolitions kit check. Or something.
Let's picture a little hologram Jethro explaining how to tie explosives together.
I came from a monastery that did this for whatchamacallit. For
No,
religious
your
purposes.
D6 thing came from your bonus D6 comes from Jethro, so that's what the
I
joke
mean,
is
yeah,
for.
but I'm also pretty good at it.
Yeah.
All right, 18.
Okay, that's a success this round.
All right.
As you
So,
proceed to chain a couple extra grenades on and just try to slapdash some explosives to make this more effective than it would have been.
Yep, that's your
You wanna know
turn.
what I got?
Yes.
That
I
one.
got a nat 20, baby.
That's 20, baby. As you fire, as the barrel tumbles through the air and the flames start, and it just hits, explodes, and ignites all at once as you severely damage the front side of this vehicle and obscure their view. They aren't stopped, but now the vehicle is heavily damaged and much weaker for any more assaults on it in the future, as it's kind of careening and swerving a bit. It takes out one of its own guys. Some of the oil on the ground just back trails and ignites, and it sets off like a couple gas tanks that were leaking from wreckage and other things, causing a bit of mayhem.
Very
I need
office
to
message.
say-
High five.
Make a deck save for me. You're in the car, that's fair.
So you're in the front and I'm in the back, so I need to say
Deck
probably
save,
save.
deck save is just for the whole wibbly wobbly get fucked movement of this vehicle now.
18.
Oopsie, I'm sorry.
That's enough. As people around you get thrown to the ground, but even though you get rocked, you like smash into a wall for a second, you stay on your feet and keep up, and the shield absorbs the damage that you should have taken by getting hit. And
Stab
starts
the
to
swords
rebuild.
into the swords into the bed of the truck.
All right. That just leaves Crystal this round.
Where's Crystal?
Crystal's on the wall currently.
Crystal on the wall. Not very useful up here. I need to ask a question.
Shoot.
The big boss man truck.
Mhm.
Is it covered in weapons and stuff, or is it just big, metal, and bulky?
Oh, there's weapons on it. It's firing off.
It's covered in fire at the moment.
It is also covered in fire at the moment.
It's also covered in fire at the moment. Okay. I'm just gonna go run at it. Try to get over there, get a hand on it. But it's 300 feet away, and I don't have a vehicle. Or next to anyone I can see a vehicle from,
It's
so
close. I said about 300 to 400 before, right?
Yeah.
So I'd say it's probably about the 200 foot mark now. If you wish to get to it, you could always steal a vehicle like Tanya did.
it sounds like a great idea. I feel like that's
Alright.
what I'm going to do.
So, the thing is here, correct me if I'm wrong, steal a vehicle, get to it, and try to... Are you trying to jump it?
I will be trying to jump it, yes.
Are you trying to control jump it, or just get on it and send it out of control jump it?
Just send it out of control.
So, what skill check would you like to suggest? I'm not going to say driving in this, because getting to it isn't the danger here. The danger is you trying to make contact without getting annihilated by an on-fire, out-of-control, several-ton vehicle.
I was going to suggest survival for, dodging around, positioning myself so I don't get crushed by anything.
That was a joke from earlier. I want to understand, survival is a knowledge skill about finding food, finding best things. It doesn't actually have anything to do with your dodging or mobility.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That might be closer to something like, say, acrobatics.
Acrobatics is still alright.
On you trying to, jump onto it and avoid all of the shit, maybe?
Gonna do acrobatics?
I could allow acrobatics to not break limbs on impact.
All right.
Or, alternatively, I could allow a wisdom check to represent you trying to jump at such a large vehicle.
Wisdom check would just go off as base stat.
Base stat, yeah, because this is you remember the Lancer you stole at the beginning?
Yeah.
This is like 2.5 of those.
Ah, it's bigger.
Oh, it's a lot bigger. That's why I said this is a big
Lot
fucking
bigger.
truck.
Come join me in the back of it.
If I could have the choice, I would rather stick with acrobatics.
I'll allow acrobatics.
Cool. I have a 20 total, I think.
Cool. This will consume a use of your thing, by the way.
I figured it would.
Okay, fair. Just double checking.
Yeah. It's back on a short rest or a long rest. Rest.
I should have asked this. You know what, actually? No, you failed your perception checks. Never mind.
If it's any concern about Tanya, Crystal would do it
Yeah.
anyways.
That's possibly fair.
Necessarily.
Um,
would.
Also probably.
They're probably going.
All right,
If as long
fair.
as it's not Ness, this should light everyone else on fire.
so, where? I'm trying to decide how this would play out because now we have a large, out of control vehicle being about to be yeeted at times. What's your proficiency bonus?
3.
3 times 3 speed. I'm trying to decide where this would end up.
If it's going at times 3.
You know what? Roll a d8.
That D8, that is indeed a D8.
Because it is the biggest concern is right now is it's driving at the wall.
I have a 3.
Okay, so it was driving at the wall towards the gate. I'm going to say with you causing it to lose control some by jumping it, it's not going to hit head on at the gate. It is, however, going to take out a large portion of the right side and slam into those walls as it skids out of control and tumbles in. However, that's out of the way towards the side and not where the main part of this fight is starting to happen. And I'm going... What kind of save is this?
Probably Dex again.
I'm debating Dex. I'm trying to remember if this is a Dex or an Acrobatics moment. Because I don't think tumbling out of vehicles is it. You know, it's the surprise situation of it. Normally it'd be Acrobatics for like landing and stuff, I guess. But I'll give it Dex, giving the surprise situation of it. Make a Dex save for me, Tanya, as you prepare to fight some people in here, and suddenly you're in midair and coasting and about to smash into the ground. This is gonna hurt either way.
Wait, so she can just warp other objects like that?
She can warp one vehicle or person with her.
But wait, where's Crystal going in this?
Crystal goes with the object she warps.
Which means I just crashed into a wall.
Yep, she's also going to have to make a Dex save in a second. But it
Okay,
is
so-
a huge vehicle out of the way.
Okay, I was misunderstanding. Okay, so it's Crystal pretty much crashing into this vehicle the moment she makes contact.
Like slamming into the side, jumping on, grabbing, and then as the dimensions stretch as you overlay through the 60, 40, 80, 90 layers and accelerate at an insane speed away.
Okay, I just misunderstood what was going on for a second. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, and everybody watches as a vehicle basically does. We've all have any of you guys watched Spaceball? Ridiculous speed, ludicrous speed. Yeah.
Listen, we're going 3 times the speed right now. We're on fire. We're the Red Comet.
Yeah, you're the Red Comet as smashes into the wall.
Is Crystal
Tanya,
within
get out.
10 feet, or is she too far away from Tanya?
Oh
in the
no,
vehicle?
she's gone. She's gone.
well, I meant since this is a big ass vehicle. I thought she had to stay with it.
I do, but you don't. You
Yeah,
can drop.
that's what I'm saying.
stay
She's
where you're
gone. When she takes the vehicle goes, but the people don't.
Hope nobody was right
Okay.
behind you guys, in their other cars that are now.
Okay, yeah, it just Okay, the vehicle just phases through us, and everyone inside of it is just.
She grabs it, and it slips with her into the other's dimension.
Okay.
And it's just fucking gone for as far as you were concerned.
Okay. Well, have fun with the wall. I'll be here in the field.
Wait, does it damage the wall?
Oh, it damages a little bit of the wall, not enough to
Does it
collapse
damage the
anything,
vehicle?
but it mostly does it to the
way?
vehicle. Since this was a success, it's mostly just damaging the vehicle and you,
Okay.
and probably you a little bit because this is a crazy idea. But the wall has some pieces that go down and get fucked up, but it's out of the way of the main fighting, so it doesn't have a lot of attention on it at the moment.
But did it also
I love
crush
it.
all the cars on the way to the wall where it crashed?
No, because how it would work since you're slipping into a different dimension.
Okay, slip out. right
This is
in front of the
happening
wall.
as you. This is the result of you leaving to the dimension near the wall at that high speeds.
3. I love the paladin aura.
It's nice. What'd you get?
23.
23. Sorry, that is a success. So I'm gonna half whatever I have to roll. So, you know,
What
roll
about-
your deck save,
Yeah,
Crystal.
what's crystal save?
Deck save? Why do I not
Yeah.
have deck proficiency?
You started as
What?
Illrigger.
I started in Spellrigger, that's why. I have
You
a
started with
20
your
total.
Sirety powers, not.
Yeah. But I have a 20 total.
Hey, you could have
Totals,
taken
I
the,
passed.
you could have taken the resilient feat and gotten a deck save.
Could have.
We're gonna use vehicle impact damage for this. Ew.
Well, he's getting real dice. It sounds like instead of the calculator.
Mm-hmm.
I like rolling real dice on occasion, and it builds some suspense.
It means I have to
He's
worry
just gonna
about
roll
whether
3
I
and then
hit
multiply him by
damage.
4.
No, I roll 5 and multiply them by 3.
Ah.
I'm just kidding.
But are you? Are you really?
About to find out, ain't you?
Little bit. Alright, so the damage for vehicles, I just want to remind you guys, hurts, including being launched out of vehicles to skitter along the ground.
Yep.
Goodbye, shield.
You both passed, so you get to take the half of 64 damage. Down to 32.
32. Get rid of the shield, and then 12.
If it's being launched out of a vehicle, does it count as fall damage?
No, this is you're on it as it just crash impact.
Okay.
If it was, how about this? I would say if it was a similar situation of Tanya's where the vehicle's gone and you're dropping onto the ground, I would allow slow fall to take effect. However, your problem is you're on this vehicle as it makes impact with a large object suddenly stopping and just smashing around and yeeting stuff.
I'm kind of being rammed into a wall.
So, like, if every time in the future you jump off a vehicle, I'll let you use slow fall to affect that.
Thank you.
Momentum versus downward momentum.
Momentum, like bleeding off momentum versus being part of a car crash.
You said 33?
32.
32. Need our shield stayed or not?
Your shield came back from your last stuff.
Alright.
So 32 against your shield and then into your health.
Good to go?
Let's say that's everybody this round. As the battle progresses, I'm going to have to ask a unique situation of Tanya, who just got dropped in the middle of the battlefield.
Yes.
I'm trying to decide if I want to use this. We'll make this. How would you like to avoid? What would you do to try to avoid damage as the battle progresses here? Actually, that might be part of your skill check next round. Let's do that as part of your skill check next round, maybe. Next round of actions as this goes, I need to roll the bonus for this. It's only going to be a plus. It's going to be a +2 this time. That vehicle was a major point. That is a mixed success. So while they continue to mostly defend it, damage starts being taken as some of the turrets at the start of the wall start to get taken out. A lot of the number of vehicles which were having an overwhelming defending victory are starting to take casualties as they start to rally around the fact and use the sudden chaos of the situation a little bit to their advantage and start to push back the defending force. At the end of this round, most people are at the front. Most of the combat is now towards the close section to the wall. If the next one ends without change, it'll be inside the city. Top of the round, I'm going to propose that we probably start with Tanya in this instance, who is now in the middle of a battlefield on foot after getting yeeted out and bleeding off a shit ton of momentum, skidding across the ice, scraping up, really thanking the fact that this shield is absorbing a lot of it.
How far away?
On the bright side,
Oh, go on.
let's say on the bright side, everybody that is paying any attention now knows that the large vehicle is at least delayed, if not fully out of commission.
Alright.
And heavily impaired if it is functional.
Is a bonus to us, I guess.
Overall, it is a plus. It is a net plus that you guys got rid of the vehicle. Like, that's a huge net plus. Literally, at the end of this round, if you had it, they would have smashed through the wall and opened up the city to invading. Tanya, how would you like to avoid? You said how far away are you?
How far? No. How far away is the bandit chief there? Big guy.
The bandit chief? It's a good question. Everybody's tumbling and yeeting across, taking damage. You find the bandit chief as the other girl is currently, like, the lady with the buzzsaw axe, the second in command, is currently using him as a shield to, like, skid across the ice and save herself from damage. Probably... Let me see, I'm gonna just roll this.
I was gonna say we were both going the same speed skidding.
Let's say about 65 feet. No, 60-ish feet away.
They're
God
heavier.
damn, they had a lot more momentum going than me.
They're heavier.
You guys just both got yeeted off into the middle of nowhere for trying to bleed off shit, man.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd be like 20 or 30 feet away. However big the technical is.
I just rolled a D10 to represent the distance off as you guys just both got yeeted at like 60 miles an hour.
They hit a 45-degree rock as they hit the ground.
They are. I hate it. They are exactly out of.
This
where I
isn't.
need them.
No. You remember, this isn't combat.
Fair enough.
This is like 10 to 15 minute rounds.
Fair enough. That's right. Yep, not one round thing. Let's go. I was gonna go join her in the stabbing.
All right, attempting to add assistance to dealing with this person, who, as you get to it now, looks to have a bit of what looks to be like a sledgehammer, but the front of it, like the top end of it is like four little, like, continuing the theme earlier, like jackhammers tack welded together and running as they start to pick it up and like smash it into the ice to throw her off of them, and it just starts to pulverize the ice before standing up to start combat again as their back is shredded and fucked up.
You even brought a present for Barry.
Ooh.
Who the fuck? As they turn around and then they have to like stop and just raise up like the haft of it to catch a buzzsaw. And the fighting is going to commence here.
I was gonna say, as they asked that, just do a one of the cantrip drink flavors.
One of the cantrip drink flavors. So how would you like to do it? You could do a charisma check to represent using your powers this round, or perhaps attack roll, maybe like a attack roll or acrobatics for physical combat. Like using your spellcasting ability check, maybe.
Yeah, let's do a spellcasting thing of just kind of pulling her arm up, making the finger gun gesture.
All right, and trying to take a sip.
17.
17. This is round 3, right? Yeah. That passes. So we have a successful round of you starting to help bring down this person and weaken them, as the second in command just starts dancing around, lashing out with the buzzsaw axe, taking slashes and pock shots as the big burly motherfucker just swings huge arcs with the haft, and then randomly in the middle of it will like pull out a shotgun that he's on his a double barrel on his hip and just dump it in, and just slowly is draining from your life force and forcing you to break it up here and there by just randomly stopping, pivoting, and firing a shotgun in your direction where you have to dodge off to the side. You have started to weaken the boss, the clan leader, it looks like.
Do I take any damage or anything of the such sort?
I was debating what to roll for that between being part of the battlefield and fighting him.
Shields
had a
come back,
success.
damage up.
I question if shields would come back since you're in active combat and taking steady chip in this.
Yeah, whatever you decide.
I would say at the start of this one you'll get your shields, but after that, if you keep this up, it will be shields down. How's that?
Which, do you just want to have shields down from his damage, or?
This damage will hit your shields and then go from, and then it'll be down from there.
Okay.
He's using his big fuck off one. We'll use that to represent the damage. Because this is damage over time between him and splash stuff. You succeeded, so I'm going to half this to 22. That'd be 28. I'm going to half this down to 14 for now.
All right.
Next person in line as this is starting to happen.
Easy, Barry.
It's whoever wants to go next. I only started with Tanya because she was in a very precarious moment.
So
Everyone keep in
just
mind, this has been 2 rounds, so it's been approximately 30 minutes.
Does the other, for the other person, do they get a bonus to their saving throws and attack for being near Tanya stabbing someone?
If there's a saving there that comes up, yeah, I'm not really going to factor in the attack bonus just for the mini game here.
I try.
There's not a great way for me to factor in the attack bonus here.
All right. Okay. So, they're fighting the boss right outside the walls, right?
No.
To the left? I thought it was like right outside the walls and to the left where it crashed.
That's where the vehicle crashed. They got yeeted out at about the 200-foot mark.
Oh, well, so that's... I thought it was fairly close to the walls, but the area a lot smaller than I thought then? How big is the area right outside the walls?
This is, like, opens up into the whole tundra area.
Yeah, so 200 feet is, like, fairly close to the wall.
That's what I just said. That's where they about are.
Consider us 200 feet out, yes.
Yeah, so fairly close. Okay, anyways. Anyway. So it is right there. Fucking, you know what? I'll go and, yeah, fuck it. I'll go and be a one-trick pony. Do I see if I can see anybody else attempting to take control while their boss is all distracted?
Of the vehicle?
Well, no, I mean...
Or just in general on the field? No, it's chaos right now. This is just utter chaos outside right now. People are...
Fair enough.
The people coming in know roughly to head towards the city.
Alright, so if I just take a page of Smeech's book, how big a disadvantage is that at this point?
Oh, to just fire?
Yeah?
There's no extra. The DC is flat since there's not been one of those attempted this round.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's gonna do it anyways. You know what, Nessa, you want to go and do that one again? Or does she leave?
We can do that.
Alright, yeah. Where the oh, there it is. Okay.
So attempting to make another decent launch barrel.
Yeah. Let's do that. That is 6 plus 18, 24.
That is a pass. As you start to try to scrounge more explosives out, get them gathered up and strapped onto a barrel. Nessa, you can fire if you wish. What are you attempting to hit or do this round?
Are there other vehicles?
Oh, there are plenty of other vehicles. There are buzzards in the sky. There are vehicles on the ground.
Are there some that are like really clumped together?
Just trying to take out a clump of vehicles.
Yeah.
That'll just probably be an attack roll.
That's 22.
That is a pass, as you just... And that looks like a cluster. And you calculate the arc as they're speeding forward, and you take out 3 vehicles easy. That's 2 of you down. That leaves Nessa and Schmidt.
No.
No, sorry, I said that wrong. Not Nessa and Schmidt. Crystal and Schmidt.
Alright, what are we looking at?
So the large vehicle that seems to have been the boss one has been crashed into the side for the moment. You can roughly make out... Well, no, there's a shit ton of chaos. So there's chaos happening on the battlefield right now. At the end of this round, unless there's a resounding success, they will probably be inside of the walls of the city because it is getting ever so closer. Both sides have been taking damages. The invaders taking a bit more so than the defenders at the moment. Excuse me. What would you like to do?
Gonna fire at everybody that's coming close to the front.
All right, that will be a slightly higher DC because there's always been attack rolls tossed, but you can do so.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. That's dirty 20.
That is a success still. As you proceed to continue to try and light vehicles up and cause issues there. More destruction, mayhem, take some people out. Have fun with it. That leaves Crystal.
Crystal has just been crushed by a truck.
Not crushed, but injured.
Injured.
You're at least not under it, but at least you weren't between the truck and the wall.
Oh yeah, that would be horrible.
That would have been a crush. That would have been like a nat 1 on your success, on your thing, I feel like.
I am glad I did not roll that nat 1. Either way, I am here. I am on the truck. I need to see if this truck is still working. At the very least, if it has turrets or weaponry, I want to point those automatic turrets and weaponry.
Do you want to focus on the weaponry or driving?
Weapons first.
Weapons first. Do you just want to get them up and firing, or do you want to use them to do damage to other things?
Up and firing, doing damage towards the invaders, of course.
That would probably be in the same line of what both Nessa and Schmidt did. keep in mind.
Would like getting the vehicle up and running, I think driving, and then trying to run
That would
over
be
other things.
That would be
different?
something different. That would be like vehicle handling, for example.
Let me do that instead then.
Okay. Make a vehicle handling check as you get down and crawl inside the cockpit, which is half on fire, partially smushed in. It is very hot and uncomfortable in there, but some of the, at least a large portion of the controls, don't seem completely wrecked yet.
You said that's essentially wisdom, right?
Yes, wisdom or dex. It's a wisdom or dex based skill.
23.
Alright, that is a success. I'd say you could get it up and running. It'll definitely be at future things. It'll be like it'll be at a decent penalty to roll and like to attack or drive around any because, well, like you said, it was very heavily damaged between the firebomb and oil combo, and then you crashed it into a wall, dealing it even more damage. So it can be up and moving, but it'll also definitely be a lot harder to drive.
That is fine.
Meaning, basically, if you're making rolls in the future, you will be at a penalty. But if you succeed, on the other hand, you have this whole fucking freight train to hit stuff with.
It just seems like a plus all around. Worth the penalty.
All right. That's the end of the round. At that point, 45 minutes have passed as this chaos of battle is going back and forth. Overall, you guys made a success. I'm going to say, Crystal, you spend your turn trying to get it back into the fight. Get up and running it back towards the fight because, well, you did launch it a ways off.
Is there a way I can make it obvious that it's on our side now and not still working with invaders?
You would have to pitch something to me right there.
That's why I originally said something about, firing at the other groups. So, can I just run over some cars? Or whichever ones are closest to the gate?
I will let you make that part of the next round, I think. Because you're currently just trying to get back into the fight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Barry knows that, hey, the big truck's moving again.
Yep. Everybody on top sees the big truck moving again. Large battlefield is perfect for chaos. That is not good.
Please don't shoot me. I'm in the truck. I'll say over my comms.
Oh, now
to
you
Barry.
use your comms.
I just remembered I took the one from Barry. I thought that's what happened.
All right, Barry and Schmeat up top, and Nessa will not shoot you. Everyone else, though.
So that's not good, guys. You guys did get a bonus to the roll overall, but that was a failure on the defending walls portion. So at the end of this, as the battle continues closer and closer, a number of the larger vehicles just, like, heavier tentacles ram into the gate and eventually bust through and start pouring into the city itself. As you guys all atop the wall feel it rattle and shake as the impacts look down and just see, oh no, things are happening. At this point in time, at the 45 minutes into this battle, and it's still going on, I have a question for the party. With the knowledge of where you are and how the city is currently how the fight is going so far, and the fact that you know the lance is on the way, would you like to continue to defend?
Yes.
Yes.
That is 2 yeses.
Oh, Tanya's in the middle of a snowfield having fun.
So that's a yes. That's 3. I suppose that's 3 out of 5.
That's the majority.
But I am curious, nonetheless, where Nessa and Crystal stand.
Knowing the Lancer are on the way, I do not want to be here. But I currently don't have a convenient way to get out with Nessa.
It is currently a large-scale combat.
Yeah.
All right. Duly noted. At the start of round 4.
How's their guy looking?
Rough. You guys are double teaming him. He got yeeted out of a vehicle. He is looking rough. But this is a bandit clan leader, and you do not become a bandit clan leader by being a bitch-ass punk.
How far away is he from me?
Probably about 200 feet.
Is he surrounded by other henchmen, or are they running towards
He's surrounded by 2 allies.
Oh, that's it?
What do you mean, that's it?
By 2 allies, I think he meant Tanya and Bandit chick.
Yeah, there's all kinds of bandits on the ground running around. It's part of what you guys are fighting off and dealing with, and why you haven't killed like this person immediately. It's a part of the reason this whole fight, like with him, has been lasting 15 minutes. Is dodging cars, dodging other bandits coming in and out of everything.
I have a need for speed.
What do you like to do?
Bonus action. Legs.
Oh, you'd like to start running towards them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I thought he was just going to load
Yes,
himself
towards
into
him.
their catapult.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, Eric.
If you want to run there, I'm warning you, that will be basically most of this round.
That's a lot of cars
just-
that might, hit
Yeah,
you.
like you're trying to run through a battlefield of chaos on the ground and intersecting cars, vehicles, crashing buzzards, like gunshots and firing everything.
Take the catapult.
Hey, can I try something?
I
Matt?
will. All right, hold on. What's your question?
Well, because this might affect what Schmeat wants to do there.
Forgot we got a catapult.
Yeah, we
You
also have a catapult.
You can see Nessa firing a catapult with Barry nearby. Had just finished collecting explosives to launch again.
I'm climbing in it.
All right. What
I'm
is
pointing at the big
Tanya's? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, the benefits here on this one. What is Tanya's action, since she said it might affect Schmeat?
Oh, if we're surrounded by a lot of people, he asked who I was a few minutes ago. So
Yeah, he
whenever the-
did.
Yeah. Probably at some point of like clashing blades with the hammer. Bitch, I'm the siren that drinks people, and drop my dome.
How much HP are you missing?
Not much, actually.
You're gonna just refill this. Is this gonna be like your opening action and like into the spellcasting modifier thing again?
Yes, but this was also kind of trying to be a potential intimidation thing, potentially.
Oh, you'd like to be intimidation to try and see if you can rout him.
Because, I mean, is this just gonna statue all the little fuckers around?
Oh, but basically, yeah. Unless there's like there's a couple badasses that might survive it, but most of the people in the range are just gonna.
Yeah. While locking with him, just let a sword go, and just like grab onto him when doing that. Bitch, I'm the siren that drinks people, and you're going to be a fucking statue if you don't tell everyone to surrender, turn around, and fight the lance with us.
Roll an intimidation check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I should add my
Have to.
admin.
Let me think about the effects of that one for a second. As Dirty 20 is extremely good.
As a bandit chief, he might actually consider his own survival.
He might. That's why I'm debating for him on how he wants to handle this.
And mark off
Has
one of my
been
use
rough.
names.
It has been rough damages. He has been fairly messed up.
Considerably, Tanya just also regenerated in front of him and is now back at full.
Oh no, I'm aware. You just displayed witchcraft to him. That's why I'm debating how he wants to handle. Like, it's not just debating how he wants to handle. I'm trying to figure out how to say this.
You say yes, ma'am.
Because the twist here is, you didn't succeed by that much.
Anything rolling inside the
I
catapult?
think he's going to,
Fire!
like, after you do this, put a meaty palm on your chest and just fucking yeet you off of him. And I don't think he's going to immediately surrender, because like I said, this wasn't like a resounding overall success. You have destroyed his moral. I feel like if you do this one more round, you will succeed. As his doubt starts to flicker as he looks around and sees statued people, vehicles crashing because the drivers are no longer, made of flesh, and starts to like stagger back. And I think he's going to start trying to retreat from this fight, at least from you guys. If you next round go for this again, you can see the doubt in his eyes. There's a very good chance of success of converting him to fight the lance.
But what about the Schmeat cannonball that's about to come in?
Yeah, I
Get
don't
him.
know. What about the Schmeat cannonball? Are you like,
Meat is coming.
Nessa, you're just getting ready, you just finished firing off one of your explosives that you and Barry have been working off together, and then suddenly Schmeat launches himself into your launcher and just points, and what do you say?
Fire.
As he points at an area that you can roughly, like, maybe see Tanya and a large person with?
She's gonna fire him.
Just gonna...
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So, Schmeat,
Mm-hmm.
you said you were raging, which is good.
Yep.
Because you just willingly launched yourself about 200 feet.
I'm gonna use the mouth.
No, fuck that. This round's gonna be surviving the fucking launch.
Hear me
I'm
out.
raging, so
Does he hit the guy though?
Whack.
If Nessa uses her turn to try and attack, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to do that if we're gonna shoot him out the cannon.
Okay,
breaking-
make an attack roll to see if Schmeat impacts with the guy.
Finish breaking his morale.
Or just fucking killing him.
Or that.
Direct hit from a launcher fire is brutal.
It's a
Listen, his
24.
His options have become join us or become our food.
So 24 means you're gonna impact this dude as he starts to back away. So basically,
mouth.
what do you... I'm gonna give you two options here.
Yes.
I will present you these two options just above the board on this one. If you choose to do damage like an athletics or something with this, I will let you kill him.
That'd be what he was trying to do.
But you're gonna take the full damage for this fall.
Or
Does rage help with that?
Rage will half this damage, but just remember, you just launched yourself over 200 feet because of the arc to fall.
There's a chance I can survive.
Or you can use your action to reduce the damage and then start attacking next round.
and he may surrender. Because you don't know that.
What
Take his
would
head
you
off.
do? I feel like I know what Schmeat would do, but I would like to ask what you would like to do.
I'm gonna leave it up to a dice god. Even a rod.
That's up
Even.
to you, man.
Okay.
Tackle even.
Even? I eat the guy. Take the full damage. Alright. I don't. God's in your favor. That's a 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna clothesline him.
No, this is, if you're choosing to save yourself, this is just you saving yourself.
Oh, it's me like tucking and rolling next to him?
This is either you're damaging him or reducing your damage.
Okay.
Considering the situation of cannon fire.
Okay, so
Acrobatics check for me.
yeah, that's fine. Here's Mac. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I can do that. Actively. Wow. That's plus 5 is gonna be 21.
21. That's probably for the best. This is gonna hurt still.
I don't care. That's the one land next to him.
I can't not make this hurt. You just shot yourself out of a fucking launcher.
It's fine.
Well, thankfully we have the Pandora gravity.
Oh yeah, I still got my shield. I still got a full
I debate
shield.
that heavily because this isn't him falling that's the issue.
I still got a full shield. Of like 15.
20, 200, let's say 250. 20. Alright, I will be nice and use Pandora Gravity. 50 points of bludgeoning damage on impact would be it. But you passed, so you get to reduce that.
And then his
Okay.
shields take.
My shield takes 15 of that.
Okay, so that's 10 left.
Down to 5 from raging.
Yeah. As Schmeat just enrolls, like it smashes into a corpse on the ground and just rips up through his shooting dust as he just like crawls himself onto his feet, barely entering the fray.
Join us now, and he won't start eating you alive.
His mouth just like opens up and like splits.
Oh, okay. That was a thing. That leaves Barry and Crystal. And at the end of this, Tanya takes damage because if she's been fighting in the field the whole time, I have to remember. You'd like to make another bomb. Remember, Nessie used her turn to make Schmeat land there. Specifically.
Am I taking damage if everyone around me just is a statue now?
For an instance, yeah, but remember this is a 15-minute section of time.
Fair.
It won't be as much since this guy's about to try and run, but it will still damage. What would you like to do? For Barry and Crystal.
Well, you already know my plan. I was gonna go try to run over the vehicles that were trying to bust down the wall.
Fair.
So that I'm
if you would
allied
like
with
to, you
the
can make a vehicle handling check.
Yep.
There are already vehicles that have busted through the gate and in it. You can't help eliminate vehicles, though.
Yeah.
I'll make some more bombs to go and stockpile.
Okay.
And just store it off.
That'll be a demolition
That's
check.
a 25.
Alright, that is a success.
I have a 22.
A 22?
Yeah.
The penalty is... What did I write the penalty down? I wrote the penalty down as -5 instead of just disadvantage for this.
There you go.
Because, like I said, you guys fucked this vehicle up. It was not gonna have a good time. You said 22?
Yep.
Yeah, it's still on fire. Unfortunately, I'm -5 with 22. This is the 4th round of stuff. That is just to a failure range. Nothing critical failure, so you're all right. You just don't do very good on smashing vehicles as the controls fight you a lot.
Put some fire on the windshield.
I am
making it hard
trying.
to see.
What'd you say for Crystal? I missed that.
Does it look like I am trying to crush other vehicles?
You actively look like you're trying to hit vehicles. It's not the best one, but it's definitely not just actively smashing into the wall. The fact that you're not smashing into the wall may send up some weird flags for people. Or at least the smart ones. But you're trying to like drive a 3-legged rhino with steers, and it's not going great.
Fair enough.
Let us see how the defense does. Mixed success. So progress is made into the city as people start to tear up and rave inside the city, and some fires start, but not very far into it. Outside is a similar story of back and forth and back and forth. And at the end of this hour round, Bertram, you all crest over the hill and see a full-on battlefield happening right now. For this next round, Bertram, you are in the fray, and you know for a fact that at the end of this next round, or two, depending on how things go, the Lance will arrive.
Okay.
Because you, as part of the group, will have updates. You have 1 to 2 rounds to try and sort this into your favor. Tanya and Schmeat, you are both on the battlefield in a shit ton of gunfire. $22 points of damage. You do know neither of you have shields anymore.
Nope. Not unless you count overhealing going to shields.
Nope, not for you. You manipulate life force, not electronics.
Just need to get a
Yeah,
bio
it's
ship.
gonna go down to 11.
For the moment, yes. That's
I was
fine.
gonna say, but you know, let Smee have a long-term raid. Yeah.
Because this is different than normal, and let's have fun with it.
I feel like that might expend his rage, though. On account of the minute-long
gonna
thing
go
it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's a fair cake. I'm gonna go with it'll be a rage. This, like, one whole turn takes up one of your rages. But like you said, it does reduce it. If you wish to use it in your next round again to keep a similar effect, you may. Top of round 5. DCs are climbing as the battle goes on and the fatigue of long-term combat sets in.
Does the guy give up?
That depends on the skill checks this turn.
Come on, do it.
How does he look?
Oh, he's fucked up. He's hurt.
He's just
He has
bloody.
slashes through it. He has slashes through his like axe slashes. He has like a mix of like not road rash because like that, but like shredded up from ice and chunks on his back. He has bits that almost started to like powder and crisp, like what is it? Petrify slightly before crumbling off as he continues his movement. He's hurt.
Constantly been getting shot by the other chick. He's also been getting constantly just drunk. Schmeat's here now as well.
Does he keep up? You could get a signal. These people would help.
Let him think.
Can we see the Lance on the horizon now?
It's literally right now. It's just a vehicle that pulled over in an area. It's not something you're going to be noticing right now.
Okay.
You are in the middle of
they're
a
coming.
ton of vehicles just driving around, explosions going off, trying to fight this guy and not die. Because despite you guys winning, he is a scary threat.
Tanya probably looks like she's having the time of her life now. Covered in probably a mixture of both his and her blood. But Regenerator doing its thing. Come on. Last chance. Looks over at Schmeat's mouth. He's hungry.
Are you making another intimidation?
I would like to, yes.
Roll intimidation.
If you want to live, this is all you got. That's an 18 on the die.
Okay. That'll
Yeah,
overall
so-
bonuses be a success. As he's looking between all of you, he looks extremely frustrated on top of it all, and just like smashes the hammer into the ground that just decimates a section of it and just goes, fuck! You all come into my place and burn my fucking town down, and then demand I surrender.
I didn't do that
What
shit.
fucking choice do I have at this point?
Turn around and fight the Lance with us. Raid
So I
them,
said,
kill
what fucking
them.
choice do I have at this point?
Gum food.
Because he reaches down and grabs an
it
echo off
gonna-
of it, grabs his echo, and it's smashed. And he looks over and sees one of his clan and reaches off and grabs theirs. It just says, like, clicks on it and just says, like, growls for a second as he, like, frustrated and looks at both of you before backing down and just...
Before you finish that sentence, us coming over the hill, surveying the battle arena, and seeing key details, what do we got from there, or is that going to be like an action thing on mine?
Key detail real quick that you get is there's a shit ton of chaos happening. There's a large vehicle on fire ramming through shit. Artillery fire is
That's
coming
front.
off. The front gates have been busted down.
But it looks like most of
Can't
the battle
see inside
is
the city.
past where that group on the ground is, though, yeah?
No, it's still
Is
going
it
on
not?
around them with other
Okay.
vehicles. This is his action was to attempt to stop stuff.
They've not been being hit by cars enough, so I didn't know. Alright, so then that's probably obfuscated. But we can see
It's hard to see
what's
them,
going
yeah.
on.
Oh, it's a fight.
Okay.
It is 1000% a fight. It is a huge fight.
Because if they were in a nice clear area and it looks like the guys are routed, that's
It's
too
in the
much of a
middle.
target.
I've been saying it's in the middle of it. That's why they've been taking damage from people around them, from the people they're fighting. Reel it back, boys. We have more important shit to fuck up. Line up in the front.
Oh, can I open comms as well?
Yes.
I'll open up to all my guys and Tundra King.
Okay.
Hey, Tundra King, did you burn this guy's shit down? He says you burned shit down.
You're distracted. I haven't been anywhere in like a week and a half, and I don't burn shit. I freeze shit.
It's playing out loud for him to be able to hear.
Looks slightly questioning of the situation. It's not really fully convinced at this moment because, well,
Yeah.
not really
Yep.
time or situation.
Got the
One
guy to
moment,
turn,
I gotta take my
got it.
dogs out.
got the guy to turn his shit around. Gonna fight the Lance now.
That's good. We're gonna need it. Working on a surprise.
I'm come back inside. See you then.
And anybody else? What are you doing? We'll get to Bertram. We're gonna. I think for the sake of how this may work and what you want for information, you might want to go last to give the thing a time to resolve, unless you have something you wish to push out. Everybody here, who would like to do their next bit as forces start to change course? Like people start to slow down to stops and get confused. Like things, some of the fights continue because well they're caught up in it, but overall the battle pace suddenly starts to shift and slow.
I take one of the blood sickles on his chest on the way back, crack it off, and just start eating it.
Yes. As he starts to look conflicted and thinking about it, you just snap it off and he goes, "Ah, ow, fuck."
Wake up! Still fighting.
What would everybody else like to do?
No. Ooh. Da 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 da. All right. I don't fucking know. Okay, so they said that the battle's over, right? For now, right?
It's slowing pace heavily.
No, not what you said. I mean, they sent the messages out, right?
That's what they sent out, yeah.
All right. I want to help ensure that does happen. You know, I'm gonna use intimidation for good. Try and get shit ready for the next wave, I guess. Going up. Try and make order out of the chaos of what's going on, right?
Basically, break up some of the few remaining fights is the attempt.
Yeah, and go and get people. Make sure things are, basic. Fucking try and regain order.
Like I said, the fight's slowing. Right now, your best bet, if you want to regain order, might just be trying to stop the remaining fights.
Yeah,
people
that's what I meant by. That's exactly what I meant. Right? Yeah.
Okay. How would you like to do so? Intimidation is an easy answer, but I was just seeing if you had a different one you wanted. It will be at a higher one since intimidation was already used this round.
Well, I actually have a thing for intimidation, but I have a thing for just about fucking anything else regarding that. And, okay, so +5 intimidation and an 18. 23.
Alright, that is still a success. As you go around and try to, basically smack the shit, walk, I don't know, people will be fine, you just walk up and smack them across the face and be like, hey, shut the fuck up and listen. And go around and try to break up some fights and start to bring order to the place quicker. Or at least not violence to the place quicker. Nessa, Crystal.
Nessa's going to send Rex, the little guy, to go heal Crystal.
Okay. Would you like to expend any resources to heal Crystal, or how would you like to do this?
So
I would like to use Cure Wound.
In the middle of all this, as you're navigating, suddenly the little bot that you recognize as Rex all lights on your shoulder and just stabs you with a needle and injects you a bit.
And I'm gonna do it at level 2.
Okay.
Don't need it.
So that's 2d8, right?
Yes. Plus intelligence.
Don't need that much. At all.
Too late.
I know.
No, little anti-mosquito, stop.
I'm not hurt.
You
But
could have
no.
could have gotten Smeet though. I'm pretty sure he's fucked up, isn't he?
Nah.
Thought he was.
Smeet's actually not that bad.
He took nothing. He took basically nothing.
11.
11. Talking up to 4. And then some.
So there you go.
Thank you very much.
Nessa just watched you get yeeted out of a car. Or get hit by a car. I don't remember.
Involved in a car crash.
Just crashed the car into a wall. That's no big deal.
Nessa doesn't
Just
know much
exactly.
about vehicles, but that looked like it hurt.
So, I think that leaves Crystal.
Since Rex is here, or Tex is here,
Rex, the
Rex.
little guy.
Rex is here. I'm gonna grab him and go find Nessa. We're allies, quote unquote, with the invading people. So I don't need this vehicle anymore. So I'm just gonna go
Fair.
grab him, go find
that's-
Nessa, prepare to run off.
That's not a check. That'll just be you can find Nessa. She's up on the wall. You knew where she was. She hasn't moved. That'll just be action for the round.
Just looking out.
Oh,
for
sorry.
him.
That also fair. Bertram's here.
Yeah.
Bertram, what would you like to do as the battle starts to still?
So the problem is I really needed these guys not to bitch out instantly like they seem to have. So, this is problematic. In many ways.
I mean, this is an hour into the fighting, in fairness.
And they've been routed entirely by the time anyone arrived. But getting the gist of the area, seeing all these things. Their combat's not even combating anymore.
It's coming to a stop. It's heavy destruction on both sides of the field, but it's coming to a stop.
Just a quick, tactical analysis. With them now seemingly working together, is any target even softened?
Yeah, both sides have lost a substantial amount of their people. A lot of the defenses on this city wall in the city have been wrecked, and fires are still burning in the city.
Okay, let me say it this way. Working together, does it look like the equivalency of what we saw whenever this place was scoped out initially? Greater
No,
than or
it's
less
It's probably still less,
than? Okay.
even if not dramatically. That
'Cause
was an
if it-
hour of hard fighting back and forth. That's a lot of numbers lost on both sides.
Because if it was too much, I couldn't go through with the shit I gotta do. So seeing that being the case, since it's the only one I have access to, I'm going to send a message to Barry asking to get into contact with everyone else, and we're going to continue our observation thing up here, and I'm going to listen to what the other people in this vehicle have to say.
So in the vehicle, you're going to try to get a hold of Barry.
Yes.
It sounds
With the other
unwise.
people in there with you.
Trust me.
Interesting.
With the enemy.
Interesting. Like open call?
Not quite. Just a message, and then it'll be whether or not he
What's
does
your
any.
message?
I need to get in contact with everyone.
Barry, you get that message. You still don't know where Bertram is or what's happening right now, keep in mind.
Exactly how we're supposed to do this, do that, is my return message.
Group chat.
Half of us don't fucking have comms.
Then put those who
Um,
do have comms in the fucking message.
The only one who doesn't have a comm right now is Nessa.
Okay.
No, Nessa has one.
Nessa has one?
Does she?
Yeah, remember Clay gave you one.
Okay.
Oh, I
just
forgot.
fucking chat with all these idiots.
And everyone has a comm.
Nessa left it in the car.
What are you up to now, Bertrand?
Okay, I'm back.
It's not a chat, I'm just trying to get everyone's contact info.
Well, too bad. I just made a big call chat with all of us. What are you up
This
to,
is
Bertrand?
this is gonna be one stretch of this, the rest of this is gonna be calm for this. Like not battle stretch.
So he has proceeded to open up a voice thing.
No, not a voice thing, a chat thing. As in
Okay.
Like a
text.
group text.
Yes,
Okay.
not stupid. Well, not that stupid. You start out
Is there
with
enough time
text,
for
I continue
Tommy
to
to
chat.
get back?
Alright, what's happening in the text?
Okay then. Then my next thing is, how are things in the city? Is everyone okay?
Good enough. What are you up to? It's kind of important. What do we need? What are you up to?
Group chat?
We know. You
It
said
is
the
a group
last
chat.
comment.
Everybody in the group can reply or say, like, basically anybody here can contribute.
Cool.
Bertram.
New group.
Nessa
Who's
did
this?
leave her
What the fuck
comms
are you
in
planning?
the car.
You can go get it if you'd like.
I'm giving
And
everybody
then
else a
there is
second
still-
to see if they say anything, since suddenly there's a thing, and I'm included in it.
You comms. Who's this? Who this?
You know who
Bertram.
this is.
Your baby daddy.
No? Still a new comm.
Nessa's fetching her comm from the truck.
Okay. You
Wow.
can add it at any moment in just a second.
Thanks.
Nessa's going to send back everyone is dead.
She's actually typing from both Barry and hers.
Looks like things have calmed down in the city.
Is Nessa actually sending that?
Next wave is coming.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Nessa
Nessa's
doesn't
actually
know who that is.
It's my contact
Bertram.
info.
I already
She
said it.
has new
It's
comm.
Bertram.
No,
That's
yeah.
not-
Barry put it
back.
in the chat.
I already put it in chat. It's Bertram.
That doesn't change her mind.
Everyone is dead except for her and Barry.
And Crystal, who sent your comms who dis.
No, that's just a bandit
That's
that
just
took her.
Nessa. She has everybody's comms.
That's just a bandit that took it. That took it. It's his new comms.
So,
Bertram, what are you doing?
So,
Second wave is incoming.
We're aware.
Seems that that one's been dealt with, though. What's going on?
Yeah. Yes, we've commandeered them. Because you just told us we have another wave of enemies coming.
I have a question
Allies.
about the enemies.
Yes?
Are they the people working with you?
Working to Lance, the other people working with him, yes.
He's answering
your
my
passive?
questions. These are all texts.
what's your passive? What's your
I know I'm
passive
being
word?
watched. I don't even
What's your
need
passive word? Okay,
15.
I was just curious.
So no heads up beforehand. Just gonna let us know when they can kill us.
And then just vocally toward the people in the car. Confirmation that they're inside.
Noted. Well,
And that apparently the guys
for
sent
long.
ahead have all been routed.
I think it's enough.
Find out.
I forgot to go watch your little solo session.
Nah, we don't
Is
need
that
that
the end
info.
of this round?
Can I? When Tanya was heading back, did she go find Clay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about where Schmeat wants to go, but
Clay basically seems to have retreated the vehicle to the back of the area, trying to keep the vehicle in functioning. And there's a handful of dead people around him that seem to have come towards.
good job,
He
Clay.
seems to have like, I've been trying to keep the vehicle up and running in case we change disposition.
Yeah. Everything all good.
Well, a couple people got a bit jumpy and angsty, but I think I solved that.
Yeah, they don't usually jump when they're dead.
What's the plan?
sitting-
I don't know.
Is he in the truck?
No, he's like leaning up at like elbows propped on the hood.
Okay.
Did Crystal
go
catch
wait.
up to Nessa?
Yes.
Go lean on the truck with him.
Fair.
Yep.
Pulls out an apple. What one?
I'm,
Are you
I'm
gonna explain what the
full.
fuck you're actually up to, Bertram? You're just being
No.
mysterious for no reason again.
No reply
I'll
at
wave
this time.
off Clay, telling him I'm savoring something else. Sorry, Eric. What?
I just did no reply at this time because Dylan's trying to prod more and I can't give any more.
Well, you better fucking give something. You're not
All
really
right.
seeming very allying. Ally.
First round of this is passed. I shall say
Nessa.
You're the worst spy ever.
We need
last
to go.
round is coming in.
Well, we have everyone at the van except for Barry and Schmeat. Wait, did Medina say he had to take his dogs out?
Yes.
He's back.
He did.
I just came back.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
ready.
Where's Schmeat gonna be at?
Should be with y'all.
Okay. Schmeat regroup with Alright.
What's up?
I was just seeing where you wanted to be. In terms of battlefield stuff. So is everyone back at the van now?
Truck.
Sounds like
Sure. Just picturing that 70s show opening.
Yes, we are.
All right, everybody's gathered back at the van. Seems to be the consensus.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone got an idea what the Bertram guy's doing?
No, I have no fucking
I'm gonna
idea.
ask about that. Crystal, I know you've known Bertram for a really long time, but he's giving me very shady vibes.
Same.
He's giving you shady vibes. He's probably giving the Lance shady vibes as well.
I don't know
I'd give
about
it that.
okay, see, the thing that is really weird to me, right, is that he's known about this attack for how long, and he just now decided to tell us when they're here. So to me, that doesn't make any sense if he's on our side. To me, that makes it seem like he was just making sure we were here so that he can attack us.
Also,
Probably.
all these bandits that came here, they said their leader guy said that the Ice King burned all of his shit down. But the Ice King said he hasn't gone anywhere in a couple weeks, and he also doesn't burn stuff, he freezes it. By the way, you guys have fun with this. I'm gonna find him.
I don't know anything about the Ice King.
Well,
I don't
don't need
think
to come looking for me. I'm here.
Is this just like walks around the other side of the truck?
No, this isn't walking down the main drag towards you, not hiding anything.
Yeah.
Ice still wreathed around him now. Like, you can now see him that the ice has crystallized over, and the energy field from the shield is rippling through it too.
That makes for some badass armor.
That looks pretty cool. Lance is gonna be here in fucking moment.
I know you've known Bertram for a while, but I only knew him for like 2 days before he betrayed me, maybe. I don't know what he did, but now he's working with the Lance.
It was longer than 2
And-
days.
Not much longer, Crystal.
It
Closer
wasn't.
to, like,
It wasn't very
2
long,
months, right?
but
It was like a week.
respectfully,
Oh.
can you name one thing so far that he's done that has actually proved that he's still on our side?
1, he didn't kill Barry. 2, he didn't kill us when he popped up behind us invisible.
That's not very.
He didn't kill Barry because he wanted to find us, and I don't think he could kill Barry.
And then he found
And
us.
he didn't try
and
to
didn't
kill
attack
us. He didn't attack us because he knew he'd die.
He could want you guys alive for some reason, and it'd probably be hard to knock one of you guys out and take you away in that situation.
Plus, he wouldn't attack me because you're going to attack him, and he wouldn't attack you because I'm going to attack him, and he's not stupid. Well, not that stupid. He's apparently a little stupid.
We cheers for Nessa. Nessa, I've been saying this.
When the
since
bookworm does something else, huh?
started.
So, defenses against the Lance.
Yeah.
I have a few last-ditch efforts. I wasn't prepared to fight the Lance yet. I was hoping to build up a little bit of rallying power first.
Oh, no, we also thought that our pal would give us a little heads up so we could have a little bit more notice. But I still don't think he's our pal.
He probably can't. He's probably being watched. Just like they're
Don't
chasing
stop him
after
from
us.
talking
They're
any
using him
other
as
times.
a hostage, essentially. Hopefully. Probably.
Okay, so if he's a hostage,
I killed his other supposed fucking watchers.
if he's
Yeah,
a hostage,
he's the
he
one
could have
who did
came
it.
with Barry the first time. And if he's a hostage, when he snuck up on us, he could have just stayed with us instead of going back.
He could be
If the Lance is
Bug.
going to hunt us either way, then why does it matter if he's with us or not? So if the Lance are hunting us right now, which they are actively all the time, he could have easily joined us and he could have been hunted with us instead of hunting us.
I mean, he could have been bugged or had a tracker put on him or tried to,
Give it
I
up.
don't know, bomb
I
put
can
under his
fix
skin.
that.
If it's a bomb, it could
Think he's
explode
a
before he
moron.
I'm glad I have such a high capacity for verbal abuse.
It's not a great appearance, though.
It can't be if it's gonna work.
You still refuse to tell us
Prove that you're
anything.
smart, and then
That's
Nessa won't think you're
you.
stupid.
We'll see about that whenever I actually have a chance to do so.
Hey, Ice King. Or, hey, Tundra King.
Yeah.
We going to Ice King.
So what's your
now.
plan
just
at the
eating
moment?
Last ditch effort to do something to cause a distraction, maybe bail.
Oh, depending on their force size, I was gonna say we could bring everyone inside vehicle-wise, and if the walls were held out enough, they forcefully tunnel them in, or they might come in on their own and go from there.
I think the walls already
I
got
think
broken
they're
by
gonna
the
come in
last
on their
siege.
own.
Yeah, I don't know how well the walls are though.
Well, if you noticed on your way in, I was kind of in the middle of working on that.
Wait, you made these walls?
No, I was working on making them better.
Oh,
Pretty useful.
It's kind of a problem because the Lance is a heavily equipped and trained paramilitary group that has more funding than any of us. So they get all the good toys. I was trying to make something where I could start from here and then work my way out to push back. Didn't have time to build that up. I've had this place for like, what, 2 weeks?
we could caravan.
So right now it's kind of looking like I have to use my ace in the hole to fucking cause a distraction so we can get the hell out.
You gather everyone up
I mean,
and
if you have any
caravan
supply
away.
of explosives, I can make a pretty damn good distraction. Pretty damn good with those such things.
I have explosives, but everything like the last hour drained a shit ton of resources.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're caravanning away.
How many of these fucking Lance bastards are even coming, anyways?
Well, if this was premeditated, they, planned on taking down a fortress city here.
Yeah.
Not great.
So probably a lot.
Fucking money.
It would have
Also
been
the-
really helpful if our friend would have told us how many.
Also, the
Yeah.
Lance does do things overkill a lot of the time, so
God, you probably couldn't.
opening up the. Sorry, just
In the most
opening up the front
respectful
door.
way. I think he's stupid until proven otherwise. I also don't trust him until proven otherwise, because he hasn't really given us any reason to trust him.
He showed you what a
I just
bug
think he's a
bugs by
traitor.
giving you back Rex.
I just think he's a traitor.
I think you guys can talk
the
about
bug
this in the van. Tanya just
Yeah.
sitting in the front seat. I think you guys can talk about this in the truck.
Oh yeah, I was heading
Yeah,
back
sure.
into the trailer.
Get in the
Back to
car.
the
Never
track.
gets in
So,
the van.
question. Is the consensus going to be use whatever this final hurrah is as a distraction like the king to just fucking bail?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck. I'll try to get in contact with y'all when I get out. I'd wait for the party to start, though, so they're a little distracted.
You gonna come visit us in Oasis?
Oh, we'll see how the cards fold. Kind of pissed them off personally, so my chances are not the best.
Well, contact us if you're still alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll see. But hey, if it doesn't, I'm gonna make a fucking hell of a mark on them.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you think you're gonna die, let us know. We might come kill them anyways.
Fair. Well, let's see what we can do.
Roll
So
up the window.
I'm going to lay something on the table here. This next bit will probably be dangerous and push some risks. Do you
Uh-huh.
wish to set off early, or are you guys going to wait for the distraction?
Setting off early would be a
Both
huge
have-
target.
He told us to wait for the distraction.
I was gonna say he offered that up as advice, but I was gonna say lay it out here. Here's the as a bit of the options of heading out now means you're less likely to get spotted by the whole fucking force that's apparently coming. But it doesn't mean you're more noticeable as the person heading out.
Hey, Ice King, what is the Tundra King, what is the distraction?
Please just give him a golden crown.
He has an ice crown.
Hey, Thunder King, what is the distraction?
Little red gems.
What do you know of the history of... Well... Oh, what's it called? Hold on. Oh, I'm pulling a blank.
The place that we're in?
What's the moon's name?
Elpis.
Elpis, thank you. I kept trying to say Epsilon. I'm like, I know it's not Epsilon. What do you know about Elpis?
Satellite laser, some shit?
No, Elpis is the moon.
Didn't really have a history lesson.
Aren't far off. But speaking of a funny bit that came off, a little bit of things fell off of a fun Hyperion satellite, and we have an interesting lens to maybe focus one shot through. However, it was only one, so it's a one-off ace in the hole, as it's kind of fragile right now. So we're gonna see if we can't make the sky change a different color for a little bit.
I wonder if we'd be able to go ahead and help reinforce it a bit for you.
No, not at any reasonable time.
So you're just gonna tell it to aim over there towards that way, or?
I'm gonna try and keep it aimed towards the front gate.
And
Gonna
wait
have
till
it wheeled
people
up and aim it out that way. Maybe I can fuck them up with their own experimental weapon.
We got a back door to go out of.
That's where we're all gonna be heading out, yeah.
Hey. Sounds good to me, unless someone else wants to go early.
Nope.
Nah, I'm gonna wait.
Well, less of a back, more of a side.
Hey Clay, do you have sunshades?
Reaches into the jacket, flicks out some aviators, slides his on.
You have a spare.
Reaches into the jacket, flicks out a second, hands some over.
Thank you.
Thank the gods I was able to get everybody's contacts.
Oh shit.
So,
Fucking hell.
It's okay. Sweet and Tanya didn't say anything.
Doesn't
Time to
matter.
crush some more comms.
You know, I think I just did a stupid here. I did just give them all our contact information.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
block him.
Oh, good. Still might be able to track us.
Report him to Hyperion for suspicious activities.
I should not have fucking done that. God damn it.
This
you
is-
see them wheeling out a number of things towards the front gate and getting it set up, and getting a long, heavy device getting kind of set up. And the final one you see coming out of the building and raised up, very gently being pulled out of warehouse and setting on, is like a fragmented lens that seems to have the residual imprint of an iris. Being loaded into the front as you see a shit ton of basically cryo coolant being poured into reserves along this barrel that's almost ends up to be being an elongated barrel with not really wheels set up. This seems pretty stationary with where it is and how it's set up currently. It seems half finished, like the mounting was supposed to go on something. Seems overly done. It's kind of like pieces are linked together that aren't fully form-fitting.
You know, it really does seem the more beautiful things are here on Pandora, the more deadly they are.
And you see the Tundra King fiddling with the controls at the base of something. And I think you kind of hear it before anybody sees anything of high-powered jet propulsion and blades cutting through the air, making a large doof, 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 as the voice is coming, and then you start to hear the rumble of engines as things start to move out.
Anything with the lance progressing?
That's what I'm saying. You're hearing from outside of the city
Okay.
as they come over the force, and while it's not everything that Lance can rally by any means, it is approximately a similar size to the group that came in earlier. however, much better equipped. As armored vehicles, armored lancers roll over the top of a hill off in the distance. The number of their the buzzards, heavily armored, modified up, cleaned up, more sleek weapons off, start to fly over the hills from either side, starting to flank around the base. In comes the lance. I have an important question as this small fleet of vehicles rumbles over. Bertram, where is your guys' vehicle at?
We need to use the chaos, so things need to be started before we get in there. I need to use the chaos, so I'm going to be pushing for that unless somebody's really pushing against it, in which case I'm going to try to convince them, no, we're going after specific targets. We need to go in there after the initial wave. I can't give more specific reasoning at this time. I can to you, but that's all over the table talk, and that'll make them not, whatever. Because they're all mad. We can't change that. If I start fully giving things, they'll change their tune, and that's just not fair.
Send me something over Discord so I have an idea of what's happening, because I'll be fully honest, with the time frame, we're not getting everything done today.
My motives, or what
motives
specifically?
Motives and a plan. You don't have to type it immediately because we'll have time. Like I said, soon we'll have to call session. I don't think we have time to fully resolve this tonight.
But I'm working on going in second wave. I'm going to write out my actual motivation in the meantime.
Okay. I'm going to be fully honest here. Where are you in proximity to the fleet?
Well, that's my question.
Probably the same place. Probably the same hill he's been sitting on.
Until we start moving, anyway. Well, it's going to be one of those how far away versus travel time to get into.
Fair. Since I had you off a little bit, so you're not immediately in the availability, you're still hidden off. It's probably like a minute and a half to gunning it across this place at least. That's if you go make a beeline.
Okay, so that's probably where we want to be. Because large-scale combat minute is a hell of a lot different from small-scale combat minute.
Yeah, that's if there's no obstructions, nothing happening, all that stuff.
Is there a time taken, people running forward? Is there a different angle we could pick for that might be a little bit more advantageous?
Hey, before we go and start this, can I do something really quick?
Let me finish this part off, and then we'll get to that real quick.
Everything fucking starts.
I know.
Yeah.
Hold on. I mean, it's not exactly an advantageous. Like I said before, this place in the front was purposely crushed and cleared, so you couldn't hide behind thing or have a particularly good angle to sneak up or get in.
It's not sneak. It's more of a out of the way of the bodies that are currently engaging in combat.
Not really.
Okay.
If they're going in towards the front, this has the one open area on the front that's mainly visible.
And none of the others really look like they got damaged in the skirmish, except maybe that corner over there.
That corner did. I'm saying most of this isn't. Most of this whole city is underneath and enclosed inside of a huge iceberg.
But looking at that corner, the main gate's where everybody's going to be coming in from. If that was to be our infiltration point, could that be a different angle that not a lot of people are going in? Or does it not look crumbly enough? It definitely doesn't look crumbly enough for a vehicle, but on foot people.
On foot you could. You would run the risk of other people seizing it unless you try to order them not to, at which point you're not in control of this whole fleet and they have orders to sack the base.
Absolutely not. It's more of most of them are going to be going there, and we're probably more likely to be able to squeeze past.
I will honestly say, at first at least, most of them will probably go towards the main gate.
So, my proposed infill point, entrance, just fucking enter, is over there.
Okay. Alright. What was the thing that
I'm gonna go.
Barry wanted to do?
before we all hop off and everything, I realized just what a bad idea it was to actually give him all of our contact information, and I am gonna scavenge for the dead bodies and grab some new echo devices. Well, somebody else said echo devices anyway.
I really thought you were just gonna try and call him.
I thought he did.
I might just thought the fuckers were going to kill him already because Arik, your spy shit's kind of pissing me off at this point.
I can't play it all above the table, Dylan.
I don't really give a fuck, Derek. I really don't give a fuck. So
let's slow down. You can get those.
Yeah.
By the way, Matt, I sent you the message.
I see it. Duly noted.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna switch echo devices out and recommend the others do the same and just, send new numbers out to other people. To the various,
Alright, easy enough.
John, Clay,
As
Fender King.
you guys start to swap around and mess with the echo devices to get communication set up. And the lance starts to form and follow in over it. The gate is roughly there that they pushed it up against the wall, and it's not fully standing. It's like being held in by a couple bolted pieces. Not going to hold for long by any means, especially when it hold up to a force, but they're lining this up for it. You get a question from over the Echo Net from the Tundra King of, well, ready for it?
Yep.
Hope to see you again soon.
Sure hope.
Then you hear a loud whistle. A number of the plates, the pieces that were holding the door up as the lance force starts to coast in and pull in towards the front of this thing. Heavy thundering of vehicles. Propulsion's blowing hard. Rattling everything. Everybody knows what's coming in, and the front, as the king slides the thing forward, the whole thing starts to light up, and it starts to charge in the brightest, piercingest, most piercing, light blue white combo of light starts to beam for a brief second, and up top with you guys, Brewer sees this and immediately just hammers reverse and starts to back away out of any way that he's somewhat in an area away from that, and is hard gunning it. And for a brief second, I would love everybody to roll a con save.
Yay,
if you have
people
sunglasses,
in the truck.
you have advantage.
People in the front of the truck, not people in the back. You get Tanya's bonus.
Bertram, if you are watching, because the situation you try to keep unfold, this will be the same for you.
It's a what?
A con save.
19.
Thank you, advantage.
So a 19.
25.
Me at 20.
21.
24.
Who's up front? Tanya?
Constitutional.
You said we had advantage, right?
If you had a set of sunglasses, I think only Tanya asked for sunglasses.
That was only Tanya.
Okay. So 24.
Okay.
Give Clay his +4.
I heard 2 19s, I think. I heard Bertram and somebody else roll a 19.
I got
Barry.
19.
Okay. So, Barry and Bertram, for a brief moment, as the brightest light you have ever seen flashes, you are blinded under the radiance of a beam that almost cut a moon in half.
Is my vehicle moving? As this
It's
happens?
moving.
I
Bertram,
fucking duck.
the Brewer, he's literally, I rolled it for a Brewer failed, but he doesn't care. He's just got his foot to the floor, because if they crash, that's better than this fucking laser that he sees. and everybody is blinded in the sheer moment of brilliance, and they feel the deep boom of energy ripple through everything. As the temperature immediately drops in the entire area, city, everything starts to freeze. Frost starts to build up on your clothes. Buildings start to flow over. You watch as transformers break as ice forms in them. Any like small rivulets of water from condensation shattering things. And it just carves a path through freezing, sending the most concentrated beam of cryo energy to have probably been fired in this galaxy, rippling through miles of terrain as you hear a deafening shatter and explosion as the front of the barrel ignites and explodes, annihilating a like 80-foot section of this front wall just gone in the blast. And as sight starts to return, everybody collectively sees the situation and punches the gas to go where they are being directed to, and gets a moment to see the wreckage of 3/4 of the Lancers' incoming fleet could not dodge what happened and are encased in what is probably the tallest, longest, and most destructive iceberg anybody here has ever seen, stretching miles out through this land. As it came in contact through it went through anything around it, froze and expanded.
Think we could take him now?
And that is where we will call session.
Anything before we cut the recording? All right.
Your one-off weapon's gone.
I heard 3 people say thanks.
Yep.
We're done. Goodbye.